So this is why I think all telepaths should die by Schmo. In the vein of the Why Everybody Hates the X-Men series. Let's check it out.
Eric, we've been friends for years now. Why do you still wear this anti-telepathic helmet around
we
me?
know
Charles,
why.
You can't be serious. No, I am serious. I'm honestly offended. You know I'd never abuse my telepathic powers. Am I being pranked? Name one time. Okay, how about mind-wiping Reed Richards? Reed Richards is on the precipice of anti-mutant technology. How about using telepathy to mentally cripple your own son? Legion is an unstable mutant, capable of untold destruction. That was a one-time thing. One-time thing. Huh. Roll the tape.
Holocaust beams, go!
What?
Alright, keep the stupid helmet.
Why'd he hit him with Holocaust beams? Oh god, okay, that's crazy.
I like to fancy myself as a mutant activist.
He did, though. He took over his mind and sent him back to his childhood at one point, I'm pretty sure, to make him relive his suffering. I'm guessing that's what he's talking about? Holy
was
crap.
right. Well, not really. However, the one thing he was right about is that telepaths are some nasty little freaks, and you need to wrap up that cranium for protection. Your average Gotham criminal is nowhere near as evil as the most good telepath. Let's take Emma Frost for example. You might think, okay, she's a bad guy turned good, but I'm sure nobody trusts her too much.
Emma Frost is a bad guy turned bad.
When the X-Men discover resurrection.
Yeah, geez, it wouldn't pause there. Nah, Emma Frost's the worst character ever. She sucks. She's horrible. That's terrible. What a terrible character. Hate Emma Frost. She sucks. She's a cheater and a bitch. Everybody hates her.
Cyclops.
She never turned good. She was just tricking everybody.
Trust Emma Frost to be the one to give him back his memories.
That's crazy.
Over Charles Xavier, his own surrogate father. And you might be thinking, damn, what did Charles Xavier do? The question is, what didn't he do? I have to restrain myself from making this entire video about Charles Xavier because that dude is evil with a capital E.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. See, Ollie, you said damn retail is how you really feel about her. Oh, I didn't even get into it, dude. I didn't even get into it. Oh my god, but nah, dude. Charles Xavier, dude, you can't say he's evil just because he goes around and steals adolescent children who are just now getting superpowers that are extremely deadly and then training them up in a secret compound where he also mind wipes anybody who tries to stop him and he's secretly taking over the world. No, nothing's wrong with that, dude. Come on, that's crazy, dude. This is what? Oh my gosh, no.
Series. However, his favorite daughter, Jean Grey, will be my focus, and she has some really bad moments herself.
Jean
She has
Grey,
been known to do
monster.
plenty of horrible
Dude,
things.
Scott, see, everybody wants to talk shit on Cyclops, right? But I think this dude is one of the few dudes in the history who's actually been completely justified with calling every one of his exes complete psychos. Dude, Cyclops has never ever dated a stable woman in his entire life. Cyclops has always only dated psychopaths forever and always, and it never works out for him, ever.
Like from outing Bobby as gay, to forcing Emma Frost to relive her trauma, and also mind-wiping her own teammate, Angel, because he had
Oh yeah, wait, I gotta go back a little bit. What?
focus, and she has some really bad moments herself. She has been known to do plenty of horrible things, like from outing Bobby as gay, to forcing Emma.
Well, alright, so I don't know if you guys have, that's fucking crazy, that's wild. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have heard the theory about this as well, though, because some people have theorized early on, because the Iceman embarrassed her a few times, that she actually secretly telepathically turned him gay over the several years, and that because in early comics he wasn't, but then he came out as it, and there's like the secret fan conspiracy is that she did that to him as a way to like get back at him because she's crazy. I don't know.
To relive
it's a funny theory.
Her trauma, and also mind-wiping her own teammate, Angel, because he had a different opinion. You cannot be a functional human being around a telepath. These people, if you can even call them that, are going to lobotomize you. They will scramble your shit the minute you step out of line. Now, I have been harping on Marvel telepaths mostly, but I do also want to talk about my favorite DCAU villain, Miss Martian, the big bad McGann. It is so insane how this girl dated a clone who who was less than a year old, and
What?
no one batted an eye. Yeah,
What?
trust me, she was scrambling their shit. They all got CTE. She was
Yeah.
forcing them to be cool with her creepy ass antics. So
That's
today
crazy.
I'll discuss her along with other telepaths in fiction, and why if I met a telepath in real life, I am spraying the wall with brain matter. Trust me, it is self-defense. We don't want to start
Yeah, I mean, he's starting to turn me on his side, you know. It might be a slimeable offense to be a telepath. We'll see.
with one of the most upsetting moments from my childhood, a woman so evil, so twisted, that if this show was released today, they'd be making ISIS edits of her man.
Oh my god. Oh, don't do this. It's crazy. Get out of here. You can't be doing this. No,
Miss
dude.
Martian, the big bad
What is it? Hey, I did say though that, dude, the mutants, if you look at it from an objective point of view, do seem like terrorists. They really do.
McGann. I hope you know, Miss Martian, you gotta be one of the grimiest
my
dudes
God.
in DC. Not only did she start dating
I
a
guess she's
drooling
not. She's from DC, but still, you know. I mean, you know, tomato.
clone
She's a telepath.
16 weeks out of the pod, but she also abused the hell out of this boy. Connor isn't a Madeline Pryor situation either. He was pretty much nothing in terms of a fully fleshed out individual,
So,
just straight
I basically know nothing about DC, by the way. Much more of a Marvel guy, for
putty
sure.
in Miss Martian's hands, ready for her to mold like all telepaths do. Now you may be saying, well come on, Connor is pretty much a teenager, sure, but McGann is not. This old bitch is 48 years old, and don't give me that Martian age nonsense. The truth is, she shapeshifted into the body of a teenager. Look at her real
What?
form. This wrinkly
Oh
old fucking
no! Oh what? Oh god! What is she doing, dude? What is she doing?
needs to go to jail now. Call Chris Hansen ASAP.
Yeah,
Let's
dude.
first talk about Simon, though. Her OG, the one villain in DC.
Yeah, dude. They need to call Robert Pattinson as Chris Hansen to come in. I don't know if you guys saw that. He's gonna play him in the movie. It looks funny as hell.
Who actually made the heroes break their rules. Reminder,
I don't know.
Martian Man
Am I the only one who watched that show and saw it as the comedy that it was? I mean, yeah, it's disgusting and horrible what was happening, and it's a great work that Chris Hansen was doing, but that show was fucking hilarious, dude. Oh my god, to just see these fucking pieces of shit sweat, dude. Oh, it was so great. Oh my god. Hilarious show. And they always tried to lie their way out of it, but the police were there. They were waiting for them. They already knew. Oh man, great show.
Hunter has stated several times across adaptations about Martian culture forbidding mind reading, let alone tampering with
Like, come on now, Martian lady, why don't you have a seat?
one's mind without consent. However, when she encounters Simon, he basically tortures
What'd you
her
bring the
and is
kryptonite
betting on
for?
the fact that she will follow said culture or at least general hero rules. Instead, she says, "You don't know me at all," and we see the most horrific villain death scene there is.
Oh
What's
my
worse
God.
is he's not even dead. He's just in a catatonic state, stuck
Oh.
that way permanently maybe.
What? She brain deaded the guy? That's not cool. That's not cool,
Now,
dude.
I know this because of what happened to my boy Aqualad. So, Season 2 had a great undercover storyline where my goat, Calder, pretended to like his bum of a father to infiltrate their secret villain organization. The way he proves his loyalty is by killing Artemis, but not really. He just had to convince
Aqualad,
everyone that
yeah.
he did, including his teammates.
God,
so,
dude, I'm sorry, but DC fucking sucks, dude. I'm sorry, man. Aquaman, Batman, Superman, Aqualad, Rob, like, dog, come on, dude. Come on. Like, Batman is sick, don't get me wrong. Superman's cool, whatever, but you gotta admit, come on, it's like so silly, dude. It's so fucking silly, come on. DC does not take itself seriously. I think, actually, that's the real problem, right? Is that DC has tried to brand themselves as this like serious version of comic books, right? And Marvel has tried to brand themselves as this comedy, funny version of comic books. When if you actually look at the comic books, it couldn't be more opposite. Where Marvel has always been the like serious, more adult, like cool take on comic books, whereas DC was always like the more funny, campy, ridiculous side of it. So I don't know why they flip-flopped in the movies, but for Marvel, it still worked for a long time because you can do it either way with a superhero like that's set up to be dark. You can make him funny, but a superhero that's set up to be campy is really hard to make dark and serious. Like, they succeeded with Batman, but that's like the only path you could go with that. There's nowhere else to go in DC that you can't make Aquaman serious. You can't. You can't make Superman serious. You can't do it. It's got to be campy. And that's their big flaw, is that they were late to the game, dude. And by the time Marvel decided that they were going to make theirs silly, DC had no foot to stand on. They couldn't make theirs silly, too.
When McGann sees him
and
again,
they had already started making Batman serious. So, with, like, the Dark Knight and stuff. So it was too late. It was too late.
Then she brain blasts this dude
Swiper,
and
no
turns
swiping.
him catatonic. And it's not until after she learns from her mistake and spends a good while repairing the damage is he finally whole. Why do I mention all of this? Not just because it proves how disgusting these
This lady's just hitting people with Jimmy Neutron style brain blasts, dude.
Dirty, low-down telepaths are, but I want to show you the depths they...
You say imagine Batman acting like Deadpool. Batman used to be so silly, dude. Batman used to run around and be like, oh, there's a shark. Let me pull out my anti-shark repellent. And he'd pull out a spray can off his belt and spray a shark with it, and it would swim away. Like, Batman was not serious for a very long time. And then they decided they were going to do it with The Dark Knight. He was totally not serious, dude.
will sink to. Now Connor gets upset
when he meets the Iceman in I think that's, oh God, what actor is that? He was in From Dusk Till Dawn. Not Quentin Tarantino, but the other guy. George Clooney. Whenever George Clooney Batman meets Arnold version of Iceman, he goes, "Ice to meet you," and it's like, oh God, it's amazing. I love it, dude. I love the camp.
With her about all of this and ends it with her. And on the ship, we get revealed some pretty interesting info in this conversation as they are in for a long ride and not talking. Connor confronts her on why they broke up, that being her violating people's minds and ripping their psyche to shreds. And at first, she brushes it off, as if it's a regular thing people do. Connor says, "You're behaving not much better than Simon." And McGann says, "Why not tell the League?" And my boy Connor, what a sweetheart, he says only the second most devastating line in this clip.
Oh. Did it get cut? I don't hear anything. Do you guys hear anything?
My God, this...
What the fuck, dude? Did you guys hear anything there? I didn't hear nothing. Oh, what?
Grimy bitch. So not only does she basically groom this man to be her partner, but the moment he wanted to be an individual and express himself, she tried to cut out the parts she did not like. Textbook Telepaths, people. Put that shot collar around them now.
What was the most heartbreaking line, dude? Scam, dude. Yeah, I feel... Oh, my balls are so blue right now, dude. I'm smurfing over here, dude.
It's not over, though, because Connor says a line that still makes you cry to this day. McGann gives a half-assed apology, and Connor is like, "Are you sorry you did it, or sorry you got cut?" Connor then says...
a link to dislike. At the end, yeah. What? How is he doing this to us?
About to sob. I still think
he did it again, dude. He got us the second most and then the most. Oh, what a bastard little man, dude. Oh, he didn't even put something on screen. He probably got copyrighted, to be fair. I know exactly what he got copyrighted, but he didn't even put anything on screen, dude.
Being alone after this, but instead, they get these two back together. Disgusting work. At least this show gives these plot points the respect it deserves. In the Marvel Universe, not only are the Telepaths worse, but it's almost a part of their culture. Like, they do not give a single fuck about perverting people's psyches. And if you're going to talk about disgusting power sets, you have to talk...
This makes me think of the Scarlet Witch show, where at the end, she like, turns out she's been mind raping like 1,000 people in this town and making them into basically her slaves to work out this little fantasy she has. And this other lady comes out and defends her, and she's like, yeah, but she could have done it with millions of people. She could have done it with everybody, and she didn't. She localized it to a town, so technically she's a hero. And then she walks up to him, she's like, because she created 2 kids out of nothing, lived with them for like a week, and then they grew all the way up and disappeared, whatever. And she walks up to Scarlet Witch. She's like, they'll never know what you gave up. It's like, you didn't give up nothing. You just stopped it. You just stopped being a fucking terrorist for a second. Like, that's crazy. You had the whole government outside. Oh my god. You said you love Scarlet Witch, don't care what she did? Yeah, the movie version. Yeah, no, that's fair. The show was crazy. Dude, and the show was honestly really, really good right until the end. Oh, they screwed the pooch with it. Man, I was watching that. I was still in the Marvel hype, and I was watching that show every episode it came out. I was like, oh, this is getting crazy good. This is getting crazy good. I even called out that I can't, dude, whatever her name was, the witch. I knew she was a bad guy. Like, I was so into it, and then they hit us with the sky beam. And then they hit us with the fucking sky beam, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me, dude. You gotta be kidding me. A sky beam? Oh, man. We're gonna ruin it right in the end with a fucking Marvel sky beam. You guys really can't write anything else. It always have to be that. You said counterpoint, she can do whatever she wants to you.
Talk about the X-Men. I'm going to cover this plotline more in depth with my second why everyone actually hates the X-Men video, because Beast fucks everything up by bringing the original X-Men into the future to talk Cyclops out of his revolutionary ways. So not only is he fucking with the space-time continuum, but he traumatizes these kids, especially poor baby Cyclops, by them figuring out his
Dude, Cyclops, I'm not gonna lie, Cyclops has it rough, dude. Cyclops really has it rough, man. He does. He gets messed over all the time, dude. He's getting cheated on. He's dating psychopaths. He's getting raised by a terrorist. Like, this is crazy.
Kills Xavier. So you'd think the 16-year-old Cyclops would be the worst adjusted one because of all of this, right? Nope. He's actually so cool and badass and is my favorite of the bunch. My least favorite? This 16-year-old demon, Jean Grey. Just remembering this shit makes me so mad. So in issue 8, after an unsettling conversation with his older self, Angel screams about how he realizes now he needs to go back home, and the second he gets there, he wants to get the fuck away from you people. Oh nah, Angel is done being a mutant. He was about to snip them wings off himself. No, you misunderstand me.
Nah, you're just biased against Cyclops Harmony. That's when Jean was 6. Well, in this, they go back in time or whatever. It's young then.
I was misdiagnosed. I'm not
They're
a mutant.
all that young
I'm
here.
a mutate. I would never associate with those low down, dirty mutants. However, if Miss Martian is getting ISIS edits, Jean Grey needs Hitler edits. This little girl is so evil, because as Angel is sobbing his eyes out after realizing how much trauma his older self went through, Jean lobotomizes him, and his face drops mid-sentence. Suddenly he is smiling and says, "What's for lunch?" Bro, this reminds me of what the Justice Lord did to their villains.
That's
disgusting
savage
work. Then from the shadows, this evil, twisted demon simply says, "We're not going back." Oh my god, how can y'all live in a universe with these people?
Yeah, dude.
They are mutant thugs. Look at her, man. Holy shit. He just needs to calm down. So I helped him calm down. Bro, then
Dog,
she said,
and the dead stare in her eyes. There's nothing behind it. That's
I can
good,
read your mind.
Good writing.
Stop worrying. I'm in total
drawing,
control.
Whatever.
No, you are not. And you'd think they would exile her for this. But the next issue, they barely address it the way they should. Now, Kitty Pryde does gather this unruly brat up when she tries to read her mind again without consent, which is the one thing Jean Grey does not understand. Look at Jean's pouty face, man. You deserve this. However, in issue 10, she does not learn her lesson again, as Big Dog Cyclops, the older one, starts stepping on shit. he comes to the X mansion and says, y'all kids want to join the winning team? Which is hilarious in hindsight. These dudes never win shit.
Yeah.
But I'll save that for another day. So when the Cuckoo Sisters decide to join Big Mama Emma Frost, another person comes along too. We just see everyone's reactions first. They are angry, confused, and trying to control him. Him being Angel. He decides to join Cyclops because in his words, at least they're trying to do something, which is somewhat true. But before he can make his choice, here comes Jean Grey, the worst degenerate in this comic, who gets overwhelmed by all these thoughts, has a tantrum, and then tells Warren to get back into the house. He's like, fuck no. She says, I wasn't asking.
What the
evil
hell?
pink eyes flare up as we see lobotomized Warren walk into the house, his body not in his control.
Oh
and
my
shout out
God.
to Kitty Pryde again. She tries to tell Jean to let him go. Magneto's stupid ass says, this is not what Xavier taught you to do, young lady.
What?
Dog, are you forgetting why you wear that helmet? This is Xavier's bread and butter. And in the case of Jean Grey, I don't think the apple fell too far from the tree. Then Emma Frost, the baddest bitch in Marvel, gets her little mini-me's to handle shit, and the Cuckoo Sisters
This guy might be turning me against Xavier. This is crazy.
jump her ass. That's what you get. Everyone starts freaking out when in reality, they should have been more worried for Warren and his scrambled noggin. But everyone fucking coddles Jean Grey, man. The Cuckoo Sisters mockingly call her the Great Jean Grey, because right now she looks pathetic. Cyclops can't handle seeing Jean like this and says that's enough. Emma says, hold on, she's learning a lesson. Emma's reasoning is sound as she does need a taste of her own medicine. Cyclops gets real close and says it one more time. That's enough. And Emma snaps her fingers, stopping her minions from fucking up Jean Grey some more. It's almost like they're initiating her. You'd think they would have a set of rules around this, as if they are morally righteous for teaching her how wrong it is to meddle with someone's mind. But these same sisters literally mind wipe.
These are the ones who came out and were like, hey, we're gonna get inside this chick's mind and we're gonna tell you that she, like, it's totally hot for you, Cyclops, and she wants your D, man. Like, so bad. And she's like, no, don't tell him, no.
Man, triage for being horny. Hey man, next time, listen to Dr. Umar. And for those of you saying Dr. Umar does not exist in the Marvel Universe, then explain this.
Reed Richards, Stretch, the long one, the Mr. Fantastic, if you will. Because
I don't know
you
who
will
this
not let
is.
young Franklin align himself with mutanity, you are going to receive 4,004,444 lashes.
Please go follow that guy on TikTok. He is hilarious. I will be discussing
I don't use TikTok. I'm not 12.
Franklin Richards in my next video, trust. However, it's not just these creepy ass Emma clones. Look at Rachel Summers, threatening to remove every sexual experience someone has had as a method of intimidation. I would rather be gutted by Wolverine than deal with these disgusting demons. This is their culture.
Wow.
This is what these nasty telepaths do. Bring me those power dampener
He said Cash App link in bio for sure.
callers, round them up. Now, you may be saying, well, Jean Grey was a kid here. Surely, when she is an adult, she learns how to use her powers correctly. I mean, after all, she's a hero, right? Roll the tape. So Cyclops kind of almost cheats on Jean with Emma because their relationship and sex life have gotten cold. I don't blame you, Scott. Emma Frost is the upgrade. I mean, literally, she has upgraded herself to have the best body money can buy. Jean comes in their room.
I mean,
and, bruh, look at Emma Frost.
Oh my God.
She is devious. Look at that smile.
Dog.
I love her so much.
She is fucking evil, dude. Like, she was never a good She was never a good guy. Never once. She was always just evil.
But the problem is, she keeps on fucking with Jean. And like Simon did to McGann, thinking she is a better hero now, she won't do anything crazy, right? But Jean Grey gets all fiery and says, turn around and look at me. I'm telling you, Jean Grey is a demon. Look at her. And Jean Grey is a telepathic equivalent to tearing up the apartment to look for evidence. The only problem with that is she is not knocking over furniture, but reopening wounds, making her relive trauma. Emma even states how Jean left her in a mental hospital last time this happened. Jean likes to pretend to be the good guy, but deep down, she is a bully. On a side note, Jimenez killed this issue. Emma Frost screaming in pain, turning into a panel of her childhood is so immaculate. By the end of it, Emma is sobbing, crying as Jean not only made her relive her childhood, but the students she loved that died.
Hey, you know what? Based Jean Grey for that. You want to try to trick some dude into cheating on his girlfriend? You know what? How about you relive all of your past trauma all at once? Yeah, fuck you. Ah, hell yeah, based Jean
Now you
Grey.
may be thinking, well, Jean just wanted to know the truth. But then Scott comes in there like, if you wanted to know what happened between us, read my mind. Jean honestly wanted an excuse to hurt Emma she was hurt. And I'm telling you, these telepaths are disgusting individuals. I don't even have the time to talk about how vile it is for Emma to telepathically wear Jean's outfits to seduce Scott. Please just read this comic, it is phenomenal. But just look at Emma Frost after this happens. She is broken, defeated, and sobbing. And she is in such a poor state, she is willing to confide in Wolverine's arms, knowing how badly that disgusting rodent smells. I had to restrain myself from making this video too long as there are so many more moments to choose from. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. Big shout out to the Watchtower.
That was a really good video. I like that. That's funny though. Oh my god, yeah, he has me on his side. I think that, honestly, you know, I don't know, maybe I would just put those collar things on them to where they can't do their telepath shit anymore, or whatever. Give everybody a special hat, I don't know. But, dude, yeah, you can't just be letting these telepaths run around doing stuff. They're psychotic, and they can do whatever they want. Scott was the one that cheated, and he's also Cyclops, so he deserved it. No, oh yeah, no, well, he didn't cheat. To be fair, he almost did, but he didn't. You know, he was tempted to, but he didn't do anything. But also, yeah, he deserves it too. He deserves a little bit of the Jean Grey action. But Emma Frost was going out of her way to try to get it to happen. Like, so she deserved it more, you know. He didn't actually do nothing though at the end of the day. Cyclops, he was good, dude. He was still good. But he still did deserve a little bit because he wasn't pushing back enough.